Hi, I'm Christian Gerald Birafel from Section Romeo, first year criminology student of Southway College of Technology. Welcome to the video presentation of Group 3. In this video, we're going to tackle all about the concentric circles in nature. But before we start our discussion, let me introduce first my team members.
Hi everyone, by the way my name is Juji Carl Perez Pendola and I'm from Section Romeo.
Good morning, sir. My name is Judy Diaz Velasco from Section Romeo.
Good day everyone. My name is Jurnit Mark Perelian, Group 3 from Section Romeo.
Good day, sir. My name is John Luzol Felix from Section Romeo.
Good morning, sir. My name is Melvin Jones Alpha Sporty from Section Romeo.
Good day, sir. My name is Danica Sinuha from Group 3, Section Romeo.
Hi, I am John Riquido from Section Romeo.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shelame Martinez Pintora, Group 3 from Section Romeo.
Good day, sir. My name is Prince Ivan Tala from Section Romeo.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Darlene Brio Malio, Group 3 from Section Romeo.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jose Romalito Arias from Section Romeo.
So, they are the team members of Group 3. Now, let's start our discussion. It is all about the concentric circles in nature. So, what will come to our mind when we hear concentric circles? Concentric circle can be defined in geometry as two or more objects that have the same center or axis but different sizes. And concentric circle is defined within varies to another circle. And the main characteristic of these circles, they share one center point. Concentric means the circles all share the same center but have different radii. This means the circles are all different sizes, one inside the other. So here is the concentric circle example. It has two concentric circles joined by the spokes. Many of us have played darts. A dartboard also has a concentric circles. The circles in the dartboard are drawn around a common center, that is the bullseye. And in the ripples of a pond when something hits the surface of the water. But we also see concentric circles in the layers of an onion and the rings of trees that form as it grows and age. If you live near woods, you might go looking for a fallen tree to count the rings. So, let us watch this video presentation in order us to have a deeper understanding of what is concentric circles.
Concentric circles. Draw a circle C1 with center O and radius equal to 2 centimeters. With the same center O and radius is equal to 3 centimeters, draw another circle C2. With the same center O and radius equal 5 centimeters, draw a third circle C3. We say that these circles C1, C2, C3 are said to be concentric. Concentric circles are circles having the same center but different radii. Here, in the given figure, we observe that the three circles C1, C2 and C3 have the same center O but different radii. OA not equal to OB is not equal to OC. Hence, the three circles are concentric.
So, we are done defining of what is concentric circle. And now, I will present a video that was given by our instructor, and also this video is assigned to my members, which is they are able to state their opinion by answering that 3 guide question. So please watch this video.
Good morning, everyone. By the way, good morning, Sir Gerald Plata. This is Shalami Martinez Pintura, 20 years old, from Section Romeo. Today, I will discuss the given topic by our leader, Mr. Christian Gerald Vivas Rafael. So, what is tessellation? You may want to ask yourself, what is tessellation? Well, tessellation is made up of a flat surface that has a tilling of plane that uses one or more geometric shapes, which are called tiles. There is no overlapping or gaps. When we're talking about tessellation in math, which are it generalize a higher dimension and variety of geometry. For example, a periodic tiling has a repeating pattern. The tessellation that I came up what is one that very simple but has a lot of different shapes. You have your basic shapes of tessellation like a triangle, square, and hexagon. Then you have your more complex shape which would a hexagon. As you can see the picture below, have a row of square which alternative back and forth from pink to blue. The next row is a pattern of an orange hexagon and the green triangles that make the letter X, with the rows of creates a pattern that has continues to go and on. The three guide question. What math concept is fully on your assigned video? What is about the concept? Cite few more real-world cases or example that would show the concept. What are the insight about this mathematics, truths or certainties? So first, what math concept is fully on your assigned video? A pattern. A pattern made of one more shapes. The shapes must fit together. Without any gaps, the shapes should not overlap. The second question. What is about the concept? Cite more real words, cases, or examples that would show the concept. Tessellation. Tessellation are shapes that are arranged on that fitted together closely. The primarily consists of polygons that are repeated in a pattern without gaps or overlapping. Real tessellation can be found all over. We find tessellation in architecture, art, hobbies, and many other everyday surroundings. Some examples are origami, rental carpets, quilts, and lighting. The third question. What are your insights about these mathematics, truths or certainties? First, truths. The kind of truth you get in math is a rather low level of truth. Tautology, truth, physicists use math as a tool to whatever extent they are able to put truth in at the beginning. Math allows one or derive consistent result. The choice of math to use the and put an empirical choice. So, what about certainties? I have insights about certainties. Something that will definitely happen. Victory is now a mathematical certainty. Synonyms and related words, something that is certain or likely to happen. Thank you. Thank you everyone and God bless.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Danica Sinuha from Group 3, and I'm here to discuss about tessellation. Tessellation is shape that repeatedly to make a pattern. There are the three basic shape: tessellation, triangles, hexagon, and square. And there are the three rules of tessellation: translation, rotation, and glide reflection. And there are the three questions about tessellation. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? The concept about our video that we assigned all about is tessellation. Tessellation is a pattern that are repeatedly shaped. There are the three basic: triangle, hexagon, and square, and have three rules of tessellation: translation, rotation, and glide reflection. Number 2. What is about this concept? Cite few more real world cases or example that would show the concept. Art, architecture, harvest, and many other areas hold example of tessellation found in our everyday surrounding. Specific example include oriental carpets, quilts, original Islamic architecture, and there are MC Easter oriental carpets hold tessellation indirectly, and there are the example of tessellation. Number 3. What are your insight about this mathematical truth or certainties? Tessellation can be very useful in education and teaching mathematics. Just the problem solving that is part of creating the tessellation pattern. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Prince Ivan Tala from Section Romeo. Our group topic is all about tessellation. What is tessellation? The process or art of tessellating a surface, or the state of being tessellated. An arrangement of shapes closely fitted together, especially of polygons in a repeated pattern without gaps or overlapping. There are three basic shapes tessellate: the triangle, the square, and the hexagon. These pictures shown to us what pattern if you tessellate these shapes. And there are three rules of tessellate. I will show you the pictures of the three rules of tessellate. For the translation, these pictures shown for the translation. For the rotation, and the last picture shown to us is the glide reflection. Let's go for the questions. What math concept is fully discussed or assigned video? The math concept that is shown in the video is geometry, with the main topic is tessellation. For the second question is, what is all about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases of example that would show the concept. For the first picture is the Rubik's Cube. Its examples, the square shapes tessellate. The second one is the hollow block. For the third is beehive, the hexagon shape tessellate. For the last is the roof, the translation rule tessellate. Let's go for the last question. What are your insight about these mathematical truths or certainties? There are so many tessellation that we encounter every day and everywhere. But we As a not observer individual, we didn't recognize them. Tessellation is repeating process used by shapes like triangles, hexagons, and squares. It has also an outline or a pattern to follow, like translation, rotation, and a glide reflection. This is my understanding about this topic. It might be you can understand my topic about the tessellation. Thank you for listening for my discussion, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.
Good morning, sir. So these are my answer for this question and the providers of our topic, the solution. So what is concept is fully discussed in your assigned video. So the question is, what math concept is fully discussed in your assigned video from each member. So from our group, topic assigned each members, the group 3 is tessellation. So let's find out what is tessellation. So tessellation is a shape or tile that repeats to fill a surface without any gaps or overlaps. The name comes from the word tessella, the small square tile used the ancient Roman. So this the other thing is there are other basic shapes of tessellation, which is essential to make all the outcome patterns and shape. The first is triangles, which are possible outcomes to make tessellation process. Second is hexagon. The shape of hexagon will look like this. The second. The third is, and the last is, 3 is common for us, which is squares, and turn out like this, the third one. So those are the possible outcomes of tessellation. Other thing is there are 3 rules of tessellation in mathematics. So number 1 is translation, which is copying the shape to fulfill and to create a tessellation, so translation. Other is rotation, which is look like this. Others is glide reflection, which is going to be like this. So we are finished in one day. What is about this concept? Cite few more real world cases or example that should show the concept. So the art architecture hobby, as many other areas, hold examples of tessellation found in every surroundings. Examples include oriental carpets, quilts, origami, and those are the real shape pattern concept in the reality, which is the main purpose in the real life uses of tessellation. Other thing is tessellation is a concept which lead to better understanding the basic truth about the reality. So the last part is, what are your insight about this mathematical truth or certainties? So my insight for this is, my insight to convince is based on this topic tessellation. For this mathematical truth is based on the pattern shows that all possible outcome shapes is it all reflects the meaning of reality and for better understanding the world. You see, which we are looking about these shapes, or you see it every day. It make you thought that there are all these shapes and patterns help us. All these patterns provide us the clue to explore and better than we thought. But the point is all of these mathematical shapes is just a tiny part of what we call existence. We can more discover all the truth that lies beyond this concept. And the tessellation is just a small part to better understanding the soul about this universe, which is key concept to explore more about this. So just not just tessellation, but all the mathematical measurements and topics which will lead us the truth about everything. So that's for my report, sir. Thanks for watching.
Good day everyone, my name is Jurnit Mark Perilien from Group 3 and I use this 3 guide question to discuss our topic. Question number 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? Our topic is all about Tessellation. What is tessellation? Tessellation patterns are made up of repeating shapes or form. In some patterns, a shape is repeated over and over again. In other patterns, they vary into another form or design. A tessellation is an example of a repeating pattern where shapes fit together in a way that leaves no space in between. The terms tessellations come from the Latin words tessella, meaning tile. There are only three regular tessellations, those made up of squares, equilateral triangles, or regular hexagon. Question number 2. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world case or example that would show the concept. Three types of tessellations: translation tessellations, glide reflection tessellations, rotation tessellation. Question number 3. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? Truth. The kind of truth you get in math is a rather low level of truth. Tautological truth. Physicists use math as a tool to whatever extent they are able to put truth in the beginning. Math allows one to derive consistent results. The choice of what math to use has to be part of the input, an empirical choice. Certainties. Something that will definitely happen. Victory is now a mathematical certainty. Synonyms and related words. Something parts is a certain or likely to happen. That's all. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judy D. Sulasco from Section Romeo. I'm here to discuss about tessellation. Tessellation, a shape that repeats to make patterns. And there have three basic shapes tessellation. First, triangle. Second, hexagon. Third, squares. And there are three rules of tessellation. First, translation. Second, rotation. Third, glide reflection. And there are three questions of tessellation. Number 1. What math concept is fully discussed in your assigned video? The fully concept discussed assigned for my video is about tessellation. Tessellation, they explain all about the patterns. Tessellation, there are three basic shapes. First, triangle, hexagon, squares. Not only that, there are three rules of tessellation. First, translation, rotation, glide, reflection. Number 2. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or examples that will show the concept. Tessellation were said to be a figure formed by combining lots of figure that has the same shape with the figure itself. It is showing and dividing a figure to parts using the same shape of the figure. An example, architecture, hobbies, and many other areas hold example of tessellation found in our everyday surroundings. Specific examples include oriental carpets, quilts, original Islamic architectures, and tessellation directly. Three. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties about tessellation? Tessellation can be very useful in education and teaching mathematical just problem solving that is part of creating the tessellation patterns. Thank you.
Hi everyone, by the way, I'm Carl Perez Pendola, and I'm here to answer some questions about tessellation. So the first question is, what math concepts is fully discussed on your assigned video? We all know that tessellation is a shape that repeats to make pattern without any gaps or overlaps. The video shows the three polygons tessellated, which are hexagon, triangle, and square. The video also described the three basic rules that we can use to manipulate these based on shapes, just like translation, rotation, and glide reflection. It is all about how tessellation created when a shape is repeated over and over again, covering the plane without any gaps or overlaps. There are a lot of examples of tessellations, but the art is an example of tessellation that we can see in our real world, and these are the examples of tessellation. Tessellation patterns will produce many lines in symmetry. Just like the color, it could be considered when you're looking at the line of symmetry. As a first year student, tessellation really help us to determine the pattern blocks of pieces of geometric figures such as square, triangle, and hexagon. And that's all, everyone. Thank you.
Concentric circles in nature. Number 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? It is about tessellation, a shape that repeated to make and form a pattern. Number 2. What is concept? Cite few more real world cases or example that would show the concept. A tessellation is simply a tiling that has repeated pattern for one or more shapes. For a pattern to truly be a tessellation, the shape cannot overlap and can have no space between them. The pattern can be created by rotating, translating, sliding, and or reflecting mirror the shapes. A good example the tessellation is actually tile, like what we would show on a bathroom floor. Number 3. What are your insights about this mathematical truth or certainties? My insights about this mathematical truth is how to create or make easier the pattern by using three basic shapes: tessellate, the triangle, hexagon, and square. Then to view the pattern, there are also three rules: the translation, rotation, and the glide reflection.
Hi, I am Enrique Quevedo from Section Romeo. The topic I will discuss today is about tessellation by giving of our handsome instructor, Jerwin Plata. Um, by the way, I'm from Group 3 presentation. So let's start. So what is tessellation? Tessellation is created when a shape is repeated over and over again, covering a plane without any gaps or overlaps. So, and there are three types of tessellation. First is square, triangle, and regular hexagons. And also they have three roles. First, translation, rotation, and glide reflections. So we will go through our guide questions. First question, what math concept is fully discussed on me or your assigned videos? So for me, all of that I have been discussed is about dissolution. I repeat, dissolution is a repeated pattern and no gaps and no overlaps. So the second question, what is about this concept? Cite a few more real world cases of example of wood shoe the concept. So for me, so it is about our daily activities that will help us discover the things in our nature or environment that we do not how we do not know they work and how they evolve to therefore I can be found in art, architect, sometimes carpet and otherwise. So those are the example of dissolution. So the last question, what are your insights about mathematical truths or certainties? For me, I think Um, all of this is more on logical reasoning, mathematics, in order to find what's belong under differences. So, or the combining to form another pattern. So, it's hard to understand, but we more study and steady determination. So that's all, sir. Thank you.
So good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. So this is my video report. So first is, what is tessellation? So tessellation or tilling flat surface is covering of a plane using one more geometric shape is called tiles. In mathematics, tessellations can be generalized to higher dimension of variety of geometry. So there are three types of tessellation. So triangle, squares, and hexagons. So first is triangle. So a triangle tessellation, each of these has the same shape as a small triangle, but their sides are 2 or 3 or 4 times as long as each triangle contains 4 9 or 16 small triangles. So second is square tessellation. Square tessellation pattern or shapes of fit together without any gaps is called tessellation. So squares from a tessellation are rectangular grid but its circles do not. So third is hexagon tessellation. Hexagonal or tilling or hexagonal tessellation is a regular tilling of a Euclidean plane in which 3 hexagons meet at each vertex. So these are the 3 rules of tessellation. So first is translation, second is rotation, third is blood reflection. So these are the questions that we need to answer. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? So the concept of the video that we assigned about is tessellation. In this pattern, about repeating the shape, there are 3 tessellation patterns. So first is triangle, hexagon, and squares. So second question is, what is about this concept? So this concept about is art, hobbies, and many other areas hold examples of tessellation. A specific example include Oriental carpets or regional Islamic architecture. So third question is, what are your insights about mathematical truth or certainties? So the answer is, tessellation can be useful in education and teaching mathematics, just a problem solving that is a part of creating the tessellation. So that's all. Thank you.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Darlene B. Omaliao, Group 3 member from Section Romeo. I was assigned to answer the 3 following questions. Member is number 1. My assigned topic is tessellation. A tessellation or tilling of a flat surface is the covering of plane using one or more geometric shapes called tiles with no overlaps and no gaps. In mathematics, tessellation can be generalized to higher dimensions and variety of geometries. Number 2, a tilling of regular hexagons has the 3 six-sided polygons and its vertex. This mathematical truth explains how it is useful nowadays. It gives a lot of opportunities to every entrepreneurials. It gives a lot of opportunities to explain that mathematics is very conducive to everyone.